This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you feel empowered, you can do great things, but sometimes life gets you down. Working with a therapist can help you to be the strongest version of yourself, no matter what life throws at you. Try it out at betterhelp.com/allies.
Hello, welcome to the Easy Allies podcast. I'm Daniel Bloodworth, coming to you from Los Angeles, California. This week I'm joined by Brad Ellis.
Hi.
Michael Huber.
After 3 is 2.5, not 3.5.
Ooh, good one.
No one will know what you're talking about, but yeah, that's true.
Michael Damiani.
Thought we were doing like some Naked Gun thing.
Yeah,
like
I was like,
gag.
what
I
is
was
this
preparing for it. Never mind.
And making it all happen in the control room is Isla Hink.
Hi. How are you?
Doing good.
Okay.
Joined by Gabby Montoot and Don Casanova.
Gabby's got a little cactus.
Cactus?
Cactus cooler? No.
Sadly, no.
Just cactus.
Sadly, no.
It's a cooler cactus.
Whoa.
Friends, we're here to talk about some of the biggest headlines in video games this week. Skull and Bones got delayed again. Xbox is doing a direct coming up this month. And we've got a game that Akira fans might be curious about.
Akira!
But before we get started, we must answer for the mistakes we made in last week's episode. Isla, begin corrections music, please.
Beep.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland is a Wii game, not a Wii U game.
So I was right?
Damiani was right.
I was right!
Oh, dominating the Nintendo guy.
Very similarly, Digimon World Next Order is not an entirely new release. It was a PS4 exclusive back in January 2017.
Sick.
5 years later, it's coming to Switch and PC.
Whoa.
Cool.
And I got thrown off by the wording because the press release said, makes its debut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you say debut, I think it's the first time around, but no, second time around. Isaac's face did appear in parts of the original Dead Space.
Oh.
It was originally modeled after actor Max Shippey, but is now modeled after Gunnar Wright, who I think is also the voice actor.
That's cool.
He was in Dead Space 2 and 3. And Brad, what you might have been referring to is that he didn't really speak.
Yes. Correct.
In the original game. He just had grunts and stuff like that.
I didn't remember them showing his face at all, but I guess they did.
Yeah, there's a couple like.
Is it like
small
just
scenes,
parts
I
of his
think.
face or something? It's not
Something
the
like
full face reveal. Okay.
I just quoted this one, so roll with me on this. Regarding the Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure, we mentioned that you need to have played all of the previous titles to be able to enjoy the series, but each arc is intended to allow new players to jump in, at least in theory.
Got it.
So Trails from Zero, which released last year, is one of those jumping on points. And this game is its direct sequel and conclusion of this arc. So this could be like the best place
They're going for
on these two games, yeah.
It sounds like Trail Zero's the Yakuza Zero, dude.
Yeah.
Starting point.
Totally.
Don't
it's
write
like-
in about that.
Yeah, please.
It's like MCU phases or something?
What's
Sort
the,
of. I mean, it's, yeah, it's
Dark
just
Seeker
like
Saga?
Seeker Saga, right?
Yeah.
That's right. What's the new one? Have they said?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe. Master of Masters?
And then while we were talking about Yoshi, Damian, remember I vaguely remembered something about Miyamoto always wanting Mario to ride a dinosaur or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I dug up one of these interviews. It was when they were doing the Super NES Mini. Mm-hmm. And they were interviewing Takashi Tezuka and some other folks.
This is a Bloodworth original correction?
No, they put the correction and then I followed up to find out what they were talking about.
Oh, okay. That was like Bloodsmith.
But Tezuka said that while making Super Mario Bros. 3, Miyamoto had drawn a picture of Mario riding a horse and had that pinned up by his desk.
Dude.
Give him the Master Sword.
Epona.
Yeah.
They started working on Mario World. They remembered that, but they tweaked it since they were theming everything around a dinosaur island.
Cool.
Now here's the part that I thought was really crazy, which doesn't even have to do with the correction. They specifically designed Yoshi to be related to turtles,
Oh.
So that thing on his back that you think
a
is a
shell?
saddle is actually a shell,
Whoa.
not a saddle.
I think I always thought it was a shell.
And then Hisashi Nogami, who I think joined with Yoshi's Island. Even after I joined the company, Tezuka kept insisting that it was a shell. So like even like people at Nintendo were like, "That's a shell? That's not a shell."
There you go.
All right.
Gotta keep that cannon going.
That is awesome.
I hope the next Mario trailer opens with Mario riding a horse now.
I hope Yoshi blocks something with his shell now.
That too.
Like a laser. Pew!
Yeah.
In the movie.
Dude.
It's
That-
so
that's
funny
this year.
because now that you've said that,
You look at it and it's like, "Oh, of course it
I've
is."
looked at a picture of Yoshi and I'm like, yeah, that's so clearly a shell. But I've never thought of it as a shell. Wow.
If you have a correction, leave that in the YouTube comments on either the public version or the Patreon version. Use the word correction so I can find it in search, and leave a little timestamp so I can see what we were talking about. End corrections music.
Boop.
All right. Ubisoft news.
Wee.
Oh boy.
So we had this rumor going around that they had to put it out by March 31st because of something with the Singapore government or whatever. Skull and Bones. Nope. Delayed again.
For a while.
Sixth time?
Yeah, I saw that going around maybe 6 times or something.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
At least they did officially update the title to S&B, as Don surmised.
S&B.
No.
Yeah, Don keeps calling it that, trying to get the catch on.
Stop trying to make S&B happen,
Yeah.
Don.
I saw somebody joke that the delay was like when your internet provider says when they're gonna come, because it's coming between early 2023 and 2024. Just any time
Yeah.
between
Just a year.
Within the next
April
year.
and March 31st
Yeah.
of next year.
Goodness. Thanks.
Yeah, woof.
The saga is so much longer than like how like people like the whole saga of it is way longer than how long people are gonna play the game. Is what I'm
Right.
trying to say.
Right.
Like all this, and then the game's gonna come out. Maybe it'll be like okay, people will play it for a bit, and every game has like a dedicated following. But I think it'll just kind of come and go.
Yeah.
Well, and Ubisoft usually does kind of keep their servers running on stuff, even for things that aren't that popular. They haven't announced any shutdowns for even Roller Champions, which people were like, putting up the rumors and red flags and stuff, and then it's like, no, that's still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what would happen to them that being delayed? We've got the Prince of Persia remake. It's like an indefinite
Definite.
hiatus. Now this.
Beyond Good and Evil 2
Beyond
is
Good and Evil 2.
vaporware.
Yeah.
Absolute vaporware. Might like that out of all the announced video games out there, I feel like that one is never going to come out. That's the hardest one
Right.
to
Hard
see
pill to
release.
swallow.
Yeah.
Well, and he's gone
No.
now too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? So like, what is that team? Or
Yeah.
What is even a direction right now?
Game does not exist.
Right. They did mention that
Depressing.
there will be an upcoming beta phase for Skull and Bones.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Get Don in there for
Don't know
sure.
when that's gonna happen.
Yo. What if it's amazing? Beta. Everyone's like, yo.
Yo, the beta.
I was just thinking
so
about
much
that.
content.
Like, this thing has to like overcome such a huge like meme status at this
dude,
point that it's like,
massive.
is it even possible?
Is it worth spending another year paying
Right.
for this
Yeah.
game?
right?
But I also feel like being the laughing stock, like it is a meme and a joke at this point. That's better than like nobody caring at all.
Right.
Like
I guess.
people care enough to just like make fun of this game.
People will check it out
Like,
out of curiosity, maybe.
Well, and everyone's expectations are so rock bottom. that,
Yeah.
like if it's a 6, people are gonna think it's an 8. you know?
Yeah.
If we're
Absolutely.
sailing with 5s, it's like maybe.
Yeah.
Sailing in 6s.
One little thing I thought was funny is the kitchen staff at Rare had prepared Sea of Thieves themed menu that day. So I'm like, did somebody leak this to Rare before they announced it?
Victory party.
In their their
I mean,
cafeteria.
they don't have a chance against Sea of Thieves. No way.
Right.
No way.
But it just feels like it's just a
Yeah.
completely different game too.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
talking.
it's-
Oh, good.
Well, I was just gonna say it's funny because like Sea of Thieves had a rocky launch.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And like No Man's Sky had a rocky launch, but they came out and like there was something to do. This is like
Yes.
a rocky development and we're all making fun of it the same way we made fun of stuff that had already come out, you know?
Sea of Thieves had a blueprint, though. You
Yeah,
could see there was
yes.
potential there already. You're like, okay, you just need to add more to this game.
It was just missing content, yeah.
And Skull and Bones is just like, why are you doing this? Why are you making this game like this? You're doing what you should not do. So,
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. I did talk to Don about this. I asked him.
Right.
And his theory is that they're going to just, because he was talking about the roadmap they're going to have, and saying maybe they're just going to have more of that content ready to go right when the game comes out, because maybe there wouldn't be much of an in-game
sure.
right now. If there's like nothing to do.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Division 1 and 2. 1 really stalled after launch for a bit, and like, you know, they supported Division 1. It was great. It was great. But then 2 was like, no, we're going to be locked and loaded, ready to go. So the first like 3-4 months of Division 2 was like really steady with like additions and stuff, and that keeps you going for a while.
Yeah.
I think that's a good theory. Like, they're just doing the rocky launch of Sea of Thieves internally and developing content maybe for it and putting it out a year later. Yeah, who knows?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
I still want to play it. I still do because I love.
I mean, we're all gonna play it.
just because like
I'm not going to buy it, though.
Yeah, I'm not
I'll
paying
play one of yours.
$70 for that thing.
play
I
one
want
of
to play. I
yours.
want to play this beta. I want to play like a free trial. Let me sample the goods. You know.
Dip your toe in.
I will bet you it's free to play when it comes out.
Yeah, that's why I was going
It
to ask.
like, I think
honestly
they'll stick with
should be.
I think they're
$70.
gonna change the $70 thing. It's too insane.
That is insane.
Yeah, what if they looked at pre-order numbers or something?
like Call of Duty, Warzone, and Fortnite, and Apex and stuff? Those are free. They're free, and they're amazing, and they've been around for years, and they keep going. Like that. Those games really changed the way, you know, and Game Pass obviously and everything, just like game pricing. So yeah, I'm like shocked that it isn't already free to play.
Right.
60% of chat says the delay is good news. So
I guess.
optimistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
think that, and that's something that would explain a delay, right? Is that like if you're going to change it from a $70 game to a free-to-play game, you got to change a lot of how all that progression works and unlocks and everything like that, and figure out what's worth putting on a battle pass, and yeah, it's just like you're just structuring the game very differently.
I mean, tier 100s obviously like freaking Jolly Roger, like Black Flags,
Jack Sparrow
Yeah,
in the game
writes
for some
himself.
reason.
He was in Sea of Thieves, so
I'll get him now.
freaking Altair's outfit somehow they'll throw it in.
Edward Kenway.
Yeah, somehow.
Oh, for sure.
Some way. Every time.
All of those
Rayman.
pirates, every one of those pirates that's in Black Flag,
Yep.
make them an unlockable.
Sam Fisher will be in that game first before the new Splinter Cell comes out. Sadly. Crazy.
But in addition to that, because that was just part of this financial briefing, they had there was a lot of
A lot of bad news.
bad news on Ubisoft's side.
Yeah, there was.
A lot of things underperformed last year. They canceled 3 unannounced games. So who knows what those were.
Maybe it was the right move.
Maybe.
Shore it up. I mean, people have been saying it for years.
That's-
Yeah. Another live service game, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop it.
But some of the things that
Stop.
some of the quotes that they have in there makes me nervous about what they might have canceled.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Because they said, I'll just go ahead and say this part. Facing major challenges as the industry continues to shift towards mega brands and long-lasting titles that can reach players across the globe, across platforms, and across business models. So again, it's like, it sounds like, okay, we're not going to go with anything that's like not a sure bet, proven franchise kind of thing. We're going to double down on the big boys. And so, that could stifle some of the more creativity.
I mean, they just wasted money making a bunch of dumb stuff no one wanted.
right?
It's like you just burning a hole in your pocket.
Yeah, Benji.
Why are
sales
we
on-
losing money?
Benji Sales on Twitter listed like a bunch of free-to-play games that kind of went nowhere. Hyperscape, The Division Heartland, X
Wait,
Defiant.
did Heartland?
came out?
Heartland didn't come out.
I don't know if it's come
No,
out.
no,
right
no,
now.
no, no. I'd be
but
all
I'm
over
just
that.
saying, it's like it's something that they've been putting a lot of time into.
Yeah.
Anybody want that?
I
Maybe
love
not.
The Division, so I'm in, blood. I'm in for that.
Yeah, you'll play it.
Ghost Recon Frontline and then Roller Champions. But it's like all of these games at the same time trying to be the free-to-play
yeah.
model. It's like pick one and figure out what
Yeah.
works. Yeah.
Because they have so much of that already. I mean, For Honor is still like thriving
Yeah,
with
it's
all
still
that
going,
post content, and Assassin's Creed obviously is a little different, but they just keep adding to that game, free and paid stuff.
Rainbow Six Siege just added something ridiculous.
I just don't know what their
too.
expectations are for some of these games, but
Right.
Yeah. My biggest bummer was hearing about I know they're talking about like free to play here, but that quote you just threw out, that wasn't. Were they also referring to the Mario and Rabbids Sparks
we're
of
gonna
Hope
get there.
sales?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the funny thing is like you're talking about mega brands and relating it to low sales of a Mario game.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. When that quote was thrown out with that, I just said, "Wait a second. What's big? Wait, I guess okay. Next time they're gonna go Fortnite for their thing. I guess you need bigger than Mario.
when did that game come out?
October.
Yeah.
October. Do we know October? Like, what came out around that? Was like Call of Duty right around that?
Oh yeah, there was all kinds
Well,
of stuff.
I think
War was in there.
the
right?
original
Yeah.
probably the first
November,
one, Kingdom
November.
Battle, probably benefited from being,
New
within the first
hardware,
few months
fresh,
of Switch,
new
and
IP.
Switch really like launched with like a bang.
It did.
Right.
Like nuclear blast.
And it was such an
huge.
unexpected game.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think, and even that one, while
And
it
that
sold
E3
well, it was like, I think, just north of $1 million, million copies, maybe around 2 million, I want to say, is like where it was. So the sequel, I don't know if I really ever expected to do better, maybe as good. So I don't know what they were thinking it was going to do sales wise, but
Well,
that's,
Switch has a much larger install base now, for one, and I think they've said that the original's done like 10 million by now or something.
it
like that.
has. Okay, sorry.
It says 7.5 million players, which they said in September of 2017.
So that's players, but units.
I'm
Okay.
trying to find that.
Yeah, in its first year, it sold like 1 million something. Yeah, that's what I was saying, like 1 million or 2. But yeah, I guess you're right. Like having more Switch units out there, and it did seem to get a pretty decent push. Like it was in directs and in Ubisoft's
Right.
presentations. I think it was just maybe the timing of it. Like that, Nintendo had like there could have been a better month they could have picked, and picking October was just really crowded, as you were asking, like
Right.
what else was coming out.
Yeah, maybe more of a summer game
Yeah.
there.
To me, their last great game, fully complete. And I love Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Origins and even Valhalla. They've all got their little problems, but I feel like, to me, Ubisoft peaked with Watch Dogs freaking 2. That is such an incredible game that was not like... I feel like after that, you get into Watch Dogs Legion. It's like such a... You like see the entire company shift from like Watch Dogs 2 to Legion. It's like, all right, you have this single player game. There's multiplayer in Watch Dogs 2, but it's like in the background, whatever.
Right.
You have this like awesome single player game that is like so content complete, ready to go. No like, oh, stick around for a year, 2 years, 3 years. It's like, yo, here's your awesome game. Then you get to Watch Dogs Legion, and it's like the current state of Ubisoft of like microtransactions, like live service, co-op, competitive, expansions, like DLC, all this stuff to try to keep you engaged. And it's like, you just lose focus.
Yeah. Like looking at like
I can't stand Legion.
roller derby,
Champions, yeah.
Sorry, champion. Sorry. I mean, yeah, that seems like it lends itself perfectly to like game as a service. But in my mind, when you're talking about that, I'm like, what if they just like made that more of a single player game, like going for like Tony Hawk vibes,
Yeah.
like different levels with challenges, and you try and complete them all, just something like that scale.
Totally.
And because they don't really like make that anymore.
Yeah.
And that maybe that would have gone over better than trying to like force everything into this broader.
Well, I feel like
global
with
model.
Roller Champions, because I like playing that game. It just doesn't feel like it has the lasting incentives to come back for it.
Yeah.
So it feels like the way it's designed and the simplicity of it is like it feels like they were going after like Rocket League with that.
Yeah.
Like because Rocket League, you don't like they do cosmetic stuff, but you don't really change the game much. It's like it's the game, and like maybe sometimes in the winter they'll put a hockey puck in there instead of a soccer ball.
Yeah. Yeah, they are obsessed with live service, player retention. Like, they want you to play their games for like every single one of their games. I mean, you look at Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that is a single player game that just like every couple months they had either a free DLC, a seasonal event, or some paid expansion.
Wouldn't stop.
And it just, it was like 2
Just stop.
years of just non-stop. It's like, dude, move on to the next thing. Or they're just obsessed with that. Probably just because of For Honor. And like For Honor, I feel like is
Dude, Assassin's Creed is like
gangbusters.
eating till you're full, them forcing
Yeah.
more food down your mouth.
Yeah.
You can't take it.
So the Cheesecake Factory, basically.
Yeah.
I guess.
They have giant entrees
Yeah.
Oh.
there. And then they like do the cheesecake at the end. You know, you can't even eat. They're like, no, you
It's
want
like,
some
dude, I'm
cheesecake?
good.
No, no.
They're like, nope.
No, thank you.
But
No,
see,
you-
the problem, though, Huber, is what you're describing, what you want them to do. Like, that's exactly what Sparks of Hope is.
Yeah.
It's a complete game.
Fair.
You're not going to be doing that forever. It doesn't have all these weird hooks and microtransaction things in it,
Yes.
but it didn't hit
Under
their
developed,
expectations. And
Because
it's like,
their expectations are probably insane.
Well,
Maybe.
even when they like try to do like what seems like the better version of their thing that didn't do like Riders Republic or whatever they tried after Steep, like Riders Republic seemed like the way to do that, and then it still kind of just flopped when it came out, and it was just kind of like, okay.
I forgot about that. And the crew, it's like these
Yeah.
never every Ubisoft game is never ending.
yeah, the crew is definitely never ending.
Stop
It's just
it.
like weird. There's
Yeah.
like a Ubisoft vibe now, which I feel like there didn't. Well, it used to be different, I guess, the vibe.
For sure. Well, yeah, when they had the UbiArt games and all that,
Yeah.
that era going on, for sure.
even like
Yeah, bring back Rayman, dude. Things all went south when they.
Yeah.
You know what? The tipping point when they went Rabbids over Rayman. They were chasing that Minions money.
yeah.
You know, that was
Minions did not exist yet.
Well, yeah, well,
Shit.
that's when art died. You
They
know.
were kind of the same thing.
Hey, Rayman's coming to Sparks of Hope, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
There it
Right.
is.
He's coming back.
Yeah. One thing people brought up, I'm curious what you think of this, is the Ubisoft pattern, the discount pattern.
Oh, were they
Wait,
half price
couple
like 2
months
weeks later?
Yeah, 2 months
40.
later, you just buy the game for $30 or $40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that was something that with the crowded season and Sparks of Hope, do you think that
Maybe.
that's something that people were waiting on, or is that kind of like a false?
When it came out, Blood, I was just like, I don't have time for this. There's other stuff I have to play first before
Right.
it. It looked cool, but I was just like, I got to pick other stuff over it. So I think it just came out at a bad time, honestly.
Yeah. As someone who never finished the first one, I just played like quite a bit actually. I got like 10, 15 hours in. I played quite a bit.
Similar. Like I didn't get all
Yeah.
the way through it, but I played a fair amount.
Just my ignorance is it just like more of the same. They never did a good enough job of really hyping up that sequel energy, you know? Just from the like I know you can do way more in it. I know there's a lot of additions and changes, but as someone who just wasn't fully aware and fully like tapped into the first game, it just looked like more of the same.
They got rid of
My untrained eye.
They got rid of Yoshi. That was
Yes,
that
they
was
got
that,
rid of
that cost
Yoshi.
that cost
Yeah.
them.
That's interesting because to me, I feel like it did a really good job when they showed it of being like, oh, this plays totally differently, you know, and I almost in some ways almost wonder if that maybe that's intimidating. He was like, oh, there's not a grid anymore. How's that gonna work?
Maybe not that part about Bloodworth, but when they're showing off the new environments where it's no longer just like going down like corridors, it's more like adventure, a little bit of exploration. There's more activities to do. A lot of those environments felt like a little bit more generic, just from like the early approach they took. Whereas I feel like Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle felt very distinctly Nintendo. Like the environments looked very Nintendo-esque. It had like Nintendo vibes all over it. This one I think felt pulled back from that. And I think maybe some people, maybe on the Nintendo side, fans saw that and are like, it's taking back a little bit. It doesn't look like it is, doesn't look the same. There's something as simple as that. It doesn't look like it's colorful, whatever. And they pulled back from it. And obviously, any other like small change, like maybe they were Yoshi fans, but I mean they added Bowser. They did do like a lot. I mean it's Galaxy theme. They were like trying to make that as clear as possible. Like Rabbid Rosalina. It's like we're giving you more stuff, but it could. At the end of the day, I think a lot of the charm of Nintendo games comes down to their very rich and colorful environments, and like even that the nature of the game is every zone has been like kind of like tarnished basically and like ruined, and you'll restore it to looking nice, but at first they look like kind of like ugly on purpose. So maybe that was just a superficial thing that people are like, I'm not interested in that.
And the Switch is like kind of old now, so it just like didn't catch my eye like the original game did,
Maybe.
The original looked really cool. and this
I'm
one
trying to
was-
think of it in like terms of like the broader marketing perspective, right? Because they do say they had an ambitious marketing plan, but I feel like a lot of people probably either A, didn't know about it, or B, was like, oh, haven't we already played Mario and Rabbids? kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
Not realize that
That's
that's an
to
actual
the sequel.
Yeah,
seeing on the shelf.
maybe it's that, Blood. Maybe they didn't do enough to differentiate. Actually, in the end, like even though to us, you were saying like you knew the differences. Maybe they didn't go far enough.
People didn't figure out the Wii U.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it could be as simple as that. They're like, oh, I don't need this. It's like, is this like an expansion? You know, something like that.
I also wonder if this is sort of like what you were saying maybe earlier, but like the gridless tactics combat is maybe hard to at least do in a trailer because it seems like a little less strategic. So it's like, do you lose some strategy fans with that? Does it seem less appealing maybe there? And then like non-strategy fans are like, what is this?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe it's the buyer's remorse curse kind of thing where like people picked it up not knowing what it was.
Yeah.
And then they found out it was a strategy game. It's like, oh, I don't.
Yeah.
What do I?
Right,
I
because
don't
you
want to do
want
that.
you want a Mario if you're getting a Mario.
Right. And so then when the sequel's around, it's like, oh yeah, I didn't like that first one.
Yeah.
Don't know. Some other little quotes from there, just the extent of the damage. So from those 3 unannounced canceled games, they wrote off $537 million. That's
Good write-off.
how much they lost canceling those.
Wow. So it was one of those was a big.
Was 3 games, you said?
3 games there,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder if it was
Still.
another Watch Dogs. Maybe it was one of those or
Yeah, could be.
something.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. Well, related to those titles and other R&D expenses related to those and other upcoming premium free-to-play titles. So they bundled it all together, so it's a little...
Okay.
Yeah, 166 million per.
Yeah. They expect their net bookings to be down 10% year over year as opposed to they forecasted it will be 10% growth. So 20% below what they expected. And that's also partly because I think one of the Assassin's Creed games got delayed
Yeah,
to
Mirage,
the
right?
next fiscal year. and
Yeah,
all
that's
that.
right.
Investors aren't gonna be happy.
Nope.
So, yeah, we'll see. But we said Skull and Bones is coming up sometime, maybe this fiscal year.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Mirage is coming up.
Yeah.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora.
Have we seen anything from that game? I'm trying to remember.
We've seen a little bit.
CG
when they first
trailer.
showed it
Okay.
off,
But we haven't
but,
seen
yeah.
like gameplay or anything.
I don't think we've seen
No,
the
okay.
full gameplay
Okay.
thing.
Camera still got in the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
But
Tech's not there yet.
Yeah.
in terms of bringing in the money, it could.
Could. Yeah, it
definitely
totally
turn
could.
things around.
Oh, Avatar, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. One of my most anticipated. I haven't even seen the game.
Cameras come from video game records now.
They do have other games that are unannounced, including one more large unannounced game coming this fiscal year.
One more
Splinter
large.
Cell or I'm just,
No, Splinter Cell's basically announced.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think that's coming this year.
Nah, I don't think so, maybe.
Are they still fending off hostile takeovers by Vivendi and stuff? Because
Not actively at the moment. They
Yeah.
did that whole thing with Tencent last year.
right, that's right.
The
Yeah.
crazy little shell game.
think Embracer smells blood in the water.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like,
I don't know.
I think Embracer's bleeding out in the water, dude.
yeah.
They spent so much money, dude.
Yeah.
They're on cooldown.
I think they're all
I
right.
think Ubisoft's a little above their level.
Well, but that's what I was kind of wondering. I'm like, does this make Ubisoft more or less appealing for acquisition? You know?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I mean, if their stock price is going down, so that makes them cheaper.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, interesting. This week, Xbox and Bethesda have a developer_direct coming.
It's so weird to me they still separate it, Xbox and Bethesda.
Right. Yeah, they still basically treat it like two separate companies, right?
Yeah.
Legal stuff, I'm
Can't
sure.
wait for it to expand.
I
Yeah.
only care about Tango Gameworks. Let's go.
Oh, is it time, Heber?
Let's go. Probably not Evil Within 3,
probably
but
too early
John
still.
Johannes has been crunching away on some unannounced game that they were talking about
Alright.
that is
But,
not Evil Within.
Confirmed to be in there is Forza Motorsport, Redfall,
Which Forza is it?
Forza Motorsport.
Which number?
No, there's no number.
Oh, there's no number?
They're
They're just-
taking off the number. There's called Forza Motorsport.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. What did they get up to? Like 8?
7.
Okay.
7's the last
Why
one.
stop?
Yeah, what the heck?
Well, I think it's probably going to be like more of a platform thing.
Okay.
They could have done
like they're not
Fate
going to
of
keep
Forza.
like releasing
Got it.
new packs or something. Who knows?
Assassin's Creed
Especially
Infinite.
with the Game Pass subscription.
Right.
model and everything.
Makes sense
Yeah.
then. Okay.
Minecraft Legends and ESO will also be there.
Oh, ESO. That's so weird.
Wow.
Always.
Oh, yeah, they've always
Every
got
single
new
time.
stuff coming out.
I like
Every
always
single
forget
time.
that a game exists.
I always remember it because they always give the jolliest presentations.
Probably.
The people talking about Elder Scrolls Online every time. I'm just like,
Probably.
I want to play that. So good.
Yeah. So it's interesting because this is the first of this format. Mm-hmm. They've been talk of where they're not going to have as much like hosts and banter and stuff like that. They're
Yes.
just going to go
Good.
directly
Good.
to
They've
each of these
been-
developers.
Unintended.
to
They've
show
been
off
not
their
doing
games.
good on that front. No one like you rarely see people getting hyped about those Xbox things.
Yeah, Inside Xbox was the one before
Yeah,
that
it's
we
like-
just decided to start passing on.
Directs and like State of Play and like PlayStation Direct. People get hyped about that stuff, but I haven't seen someone get hyped for an Xbox thing for a long time. So hopefully they can bring that energy.
Yeah. Showing gameplay, I think, is important. And
Yes.
that is the most significant thing here is Redfall is going to show off first gameplay.
Hell yeah.
They will reveal single and multiplayer gameplay,
Wait, they
showing
haven't
how
shown
you
them?
and friends take down
Leaked, remember?
vampires. Fans can expect to learn more about combat, customization, bosses, open world, etc., etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember some gameplay that leaked like a year ago.
Okay. I thought they did
like, a
official
long
stuff.
time, yeah.
I'm so curious about that. I really have no idea what to
Can't
think
wait.
about that game.
They said it's like more Far Cry compared to something else.
Somebody was saying recently it's more like Far Cry than Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, that's it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more Far Cry. So
Dying
you're gonna be in
Light
this
vibes.
zone. Yeah, totally.
And even
wait.
here they mentioned open world, they mentioned bosses. So
But it's
Hope it's fun.
multiplayer, right?
Yes.
Oh, single and multiplayer.
Single or multiplayer, yeah.
Oh,
But it has,
cool.
like, The rumor, or I think they said, doesn't have like that saved co-op. It's like the host game gets credit or something like that.
Oh, brutal.
They said that a while ago. I hope they changed it.
You can probably like earn loot as a guest, but not story
Yeah,
progress.
it's like, that's
Yeah, it's
not
so
what I want
annoying.
to do in an arcane game. But
Totally,
okay,
totally.
Right.
I'll give absolutely a shot. Sounds cool, I guess.
Yeah, I can't wait
Shooting
for that.
vampires, cool.
That's one of my most hyped too. I like 2023. I look at the release schedule. It's like, dude, Redfall is right there. Like that has potential to be one of the best games of the year. I feel like
Yeah.
way more hype for that than I ever was for Deathloop or even Prey. Like,
Well,
really
because this
excited.
is the Austin team,
yeah,
so it's the Dishonored team, and, like
yes,
Prey also.
real deal, new IP.
Mm-hmm.
Pumped.
They did mention Starfield.
Yes.
To like preemptively let people know, it's like Starfield will not be at this. They're going to do a separate Starfield Direct.
Got it.
Sure.
To go into all the deep dive on that.
Yeah,
Got
sure.
it.
Makes sense to me.
And then another little tidbit. So apparently the German version of this announcement mentioned that they're going to be throwing out some release dates in there.
Oh,
too.
cool. Yeah, I think we should see Redfall by now. The release
Yeah,
date.
like June or July or something for that, maybe.
Well, remember
I heard him probably earlier.
E3 or Summer Game Fest.
Within a year.
They said all that stuff is going to be out within a year.
People are saying May, but
Sick.
it might be earlier than that.
So
It'll probably be pretty soon, honestly.
yeah, so we're probably looking at April and May
Mm-hmm.
for these games.
Sweet.
Is it just gonna be that stuff, or do you think there'll be other like
That's a
surprises?
question I have because it's like when they're talking about focusing on the developers and focusing on extended gameplay showcases.
Yeah, that sounds
It's like it doesn't sound like they're gonna throw in extra things, but maybe we would get some teasers.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
saying
know.
it's a bad thing, but if you get teases and stuff, that's how you get people talking
right.
and really like watching your stuff from now on. You know that. Oh, and one more thing, kind of thing
Right.
they got going on, but
We don't have a date for Redfall yet, though, right?
no, we don't.
Right,
No.
that's what we're saying. Is
Yeah.
that we
But
expect
it
there to
was-
be a release date there.
But it was within the. These are all in the next 12
Yeah.
months.
Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
and so with Silk Song.
What
Yeah,
you,
right.
What you cooking, Tango? What you cooking up?
But yeah, so that's coming up on the 25th at
Yeah.
noon. So we will see if Xbox can make a
Also
more
announcing
interesting
that
show.
earlier than most of the other competitors.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for not doing that 2 days ahead of time.
Yeah,
We know it's coming.
very nice. Yeah.
Or night before, like Nintendo sometimes does.
Right. Next up, the DICE Awards nominations came out this morning. 26th year for DICE.
Wow.
Yeah. That's even like thinking about it, like, man, I didn't even know about it 26 years ago. I think I started finding out about it like early 2000s, something like that. Happening Thursday, February 23rd. God of War Ragnarok is leading with 12 nominations. And then, and if you're not familiar with this is like an more industry focused. And it's changed over the years how they've done it. But I was looking through this giant list, and it's just like so many different people, and it's like it's kind of wild in a way because like there's people that have been in the industry forever, but they're like some of their names that you would know, and some of them that like even if you know their name is like you wouldn't expect. Because excuse me, Rich Amtower, one of the localization guys from Nintendo, is on the panel.
Okay. It's random.
Yeah, Troy Baker is on the panel.
All right.
Yeah. Sam Barlow is in there. My old boss, Billy Berghammer, is in there.
Old Billy.
Ed Boon is in there.
Ed Boon, dude, legitimized.
Ed Boon.
Legitimized.
Is he like the head?
Legend.
Yeah.
Council like leader?
Yeah.
Is he going to tease the next game there, too?
Yeah, that's where next Mortal Kombat's at.
Let's get Werner Herzog
Chris
on the
Charlotte
panel
from
now.
Microsoft is there.
Hell yeah.
Matt Charlesworth from Valve. Trying to see who else I recognize. Alexa Ray Correa from EA. She used to do stuff with What's Good Games. So it's just
Keeley?
I wonder if Keely's in here.
Dude. God.
Gotta have Keeley.
Is this like
Legitimized.
No,
Are they-
Keely's not listed in there. Seth Killian is in there.
Seth Killian? Wow.
Brian Intihar is in there from Insomniac. Robert Krekel, who used to be at Naughty Dog. He's at Formosa Interactive now. Ken Lobb is in there.
Okay.
It's just wild. But yeah, let me pull up the actual nominations. Achievement in Animation. Got Cuphead DLC,
Oh, yeah.
Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon, Moss Book 2.
Mm-hmm. All good animation, for sure.
Art Direction, Modern Warfare 2, God of War, Horizon, Stray, and Callisto Protocol. So there you go, Huber. We're getting our December games in this one.
Hell yeah. Respect.
Achievement in Character, which I think is an interesting way of wording this. Alejandro Vargas from Modern Warfare 2, Atreus and Kratos both got in there, Aloy, and Guybrush Threepwood from Monkey Island. Music, Plague Tale, God of War, Horizon, Middle Hellsinger get in there, and Moss Book 2 as well. Audio design, Plague Tale, Modern Warfare, God of War, Gotham Knights, and Somerville.
Okay.
Nice audio.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah. Somerville
Okay.
definitely got a good focus on audio as well, but it's like one of those things that like it was just like barely missed the Game Awards kind of like it was within the deadline, but kind of not enough for people to have played it.
Yeah.
And then it also ended up being a little underwhelming, a little below expectations. Achievement in Story, Elden Ring, God of War, I Was a Teenage Exocolonist,
That looks cool.
Immortality is in there,
Nice.
as well as Norco.
Norco, dude. I just finished that a couple days ago. Shit was a trip.
Technical Achievement, Plague Tale, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon, and Teardown.
Teardown.
Remember Teardown? When we were playing that when it was like beta or whatever?
Man, Forbidden West was very impressive. Technical spot, for sure.
Is that on there?
Yeah.
Yeah. My goodness.
Yeah.
Just the glider.
Looked really good in that
Dude.
game.
Action game, Bayonetta 3, Grounded, Neon White,
Grounded?
Nice.
Sifu, and Vampire Survivors.
Is Grounded an action game?
Sure, why not?
I don't
Sure.
think so. It's like a crafting game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a survival,
It's not a fighting game.
You poke guys with a stick. That's the combat, right?
right?
All right. It's a Keeley moment.
Blame Ken Lobb.
All right, Ken.
Actually, no, he probably.
He's
I
in the
wonder how they
credits.
handle that.
He was in the
because
credits.
When you're, what I'm saying though is like, if you're at Microsoft, do you get to vote on Microsoft games?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Illegitimate.
Conflict of interest.
Adventure game, God of War, Horizon, Norco, Stray, and Tunic in there. Family game, these people are paying a little bit more attention. Dreamlight Valley, Kirby's Dream Buffet,
What?
That's not good enough.
Yeah, that game sucks.
Lost in Play, which I'm not familiar with at all. Sparks of Hope, and Trombone Champ.
Wait,
Where's Kirby?
You put Dream Buffet in there
What?
instead of
All right.
Forgotten Land?
Discredited.
Yeah, discredited.
Dice is
Discredited.
trash.
I'm out.
Discredited.
I was at least happy it wasn't just a
Some of the musical
sweep of
snubs
Nintendo.
were like,
Yeah.
I'm an edge,
What
but
is
now
happening?
that
Discredited.
just, yeah. Maybe they just got the title wrong
I
for
got
Kirby.
it. You
That's
better hope so,
hilarious.
Dice.
It's a typo.
Sort it out, dude.
Sort it
Yeah,
out.
sort that
Stay
out.
tuned for
What's
next
my sorted
episode.
out?
Good lord.
Oh, I remember I sorted it out.
Yeah, save it.
No, I just forgot it, but I remembered it.
Fighting game.
Seafood.
Sifu, yeah.
No.
They
seafood.
learned.
JoJo, Multiverses, Rumbleverse.
Yeah.
Rumbleverse.
Spider Heck?
What?
Do you know what Spider Heck is?
Never heard of it.
Not familiar.
Did one of the devs vote for it?
Sure. And then King of Fighters. Of
Okay.
course. Racing games, nice tight little batch. F1 22, Gran Turismo 7, and Need for Speed Unbound.
Hell yeah.
RPG.
Yo, Spider Heck looks kind of sick. It's like spiders with lightsabers, 2D, jumping around on platforms and trying to hit each other. Looks fun as hell.
Nice.
We should probably stream this.
RPG. Citizen Sleeper. Elden Ring. Weird West.
No. No.
WoW Dragonflight. And Xenoblade.
No Chained Echoes on there. Big shame.
That's true.
No crisis.
Big mistake. No, come on.
They didn't finish Christ.
Yo,
Yeah.
Buster Sword bias. Dude.
Sports. We got FIFA. Mario Strikers in there. MLB, NBA, and Ollie Ollie World.
Ollie, love. Thank you, Dice. Slight redemption.
Strategy / simulation. Dwarf Fortress.
Yeah.
Ixion. Midnight Suns. Potion Craft Alchemist Simulator. One of those potion games made it in.
I've played that.
Nice.
It's cute.
Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate Demon Hunters.
There you go.
Rounding it out.
Haven't tried that one.
Right. Immersive reality technical achievement.
Immersive reality technical achievement. That is a
Avatar 2.
yeah, way over water.
High
dude.
frame rate, whatever. 40.
Among Us VR, Cosmonius High, Moss Book 2, Red Matter 2, and The Last Clockwinder.
Last
Ne-
Clockwinder looks cool.
And then
heard of
Immersive Reality Game of the Year, Cosmonius High, Moss Book 2, Red Matter 2, Tentacular, and The Last Clockwinder. So those are almost the same. And then Independent Game, Immortality, Neon White, Shredder's Revenge, Huber,
Hell yeah.
Tunic, and Vampire Survivors.
Man, am I just straight up dead wrong? But yet again, another award
here it
ceremony
comes, dude.
that is snubbing
Rogue
Rogue Legacy
Legacy
2.
comes,
I do
Rogue
not
Legacy
understand it. I do not understand it.
such a fun conversation.
When Huber heard my playtime on Vampire Survivors, he was like insulted. He's like, so why don't you play Rogue Legacy 2 for
What
50
in
hours?
the world? I don't
It
get
was
it.
the platforming for dumb. Just pick them out.
I don't know.
Happy.
Mobile game, Diablo Immortal, Given Beyond the Trees, Immortality, Marvel Snap, and Point P.
There it is.
Okay.
Snap.
Online game of the year, Modern Warfare 2, FIFA, and Walker. Got in there. Marvel Snap and Rumbleverse.
Didn't they have World of Warcraft for some award earlier? It's
They
not
just
in
had
there?
Yeah, they just had Warcraft
These are
on,
eligibilities. Endwalker came out in 2021.
Yeah, but they have it for
weird.
RPG, but not for
Dragonflight?
online game?
That's
yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Endwalker came out.
in December of
That's
Well,
weird.
2021.
Endwalker might have still been eligible for whatever else happened throughout the year.
Oh, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Yeah, it's different.
Achievement in game design,
Sneaky
Elden
ass.
Ring, God of War, Marvel Snap, Tunic, Vampire Survivors. Very interesting category.
Yeah, that's a wild category.
Snap's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it.
It's got a really nice,
Snap.
Progression?
nice progression. It's like so perfect.
And then game direction, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon, Immortality, and Tunic. And then game of the year, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon, Stray, and Vampire Survivors. The
Whoa.
top picks.
Memes.
I was like, are you guys surprised to see Stray?
I'm surprised to see
Well,
Horizon Stray and Vampire.
I'm surprised to see Stray
Yeah.
because they kept saying like Tunic in a bunch of categories. I thought maybe
And Immortality,
Stray,
yeah.
and Immortality that Stray would be competing in. And I was like, Tunic's got a lot more nods, so I was expecting you to say
Same.
Tunic
Same.
there.
Right. Yeah. Stray is one, like, I haven't put the time in yet, but
I
it
haven't
is one
played
that just, it
so I'm
sticks
curious.
out to me.
I beat it, and it's a really good game. But the no disrespect to it, because it's a really awesome game, really awesome world they created in there. I personally just don't see the like game of the year level for it.
Should have been Rogue Legacy,
You know,
man.
exactly, or Sifu, or
Yeah.
Citizen Sleeper. Like those games hit me way harder than
Same.
Stray did.
Sifu is too hard for people.
They had difficulties.
That was too late though.
yeah, but
Too late. Too late.
People moved
People
on.
moved
Sorry,
on.
dude.
that's why you wait till January to do your shit, dude. You had so many months. They added it like a while. It's been months and months now.
There's 30,000 members in the academy.
That's a lot. That's a
hell of a
big.
And Keely's not in there?
Well, that's the panel. The panel is different. That's the thing I was trying to figure out is because they say winners are determined as part of a confidential voting process, et cetera, and will be revealed at the show. But I'm not sure, like, did the panelists just pick the nominees and then, like, a bunch of other people vote on the winners? Or I still don't know exactly the process.
Do we know any other games like Tokyo Jungle? I guess maybe like any
What?
other games where you play as a cat? Maybe
There's
that
a lot
is.
of games where you play as a cat.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like maybe that is the thing. Like they
Oh, it definitely
really
is the
just
thing, yeah.
nailed you playing as a cat. Whereas like, Sifu, we're kicking people's asses, but like we've been doing that for decades in video games.
Mm-hmm.
But like, maybe it's just they nailed it. Like this little scratching, that stuff is so good. Like,
Nice. Any other thoughts before we go on?
I think for
Season
some
choices.
stuff, like if you won an award at DICE, you can vote for people in that award later. I think they do that kind of a thing. I think.
Got it.
Did you guys like Horizon? Like that's the one that I'm
I thought
surprised
Horizon was good.
to see
Yeah.
it.
I
But
thought it was
like,
good. We finished it,
yeah,
actually.
it's really good.
but is it like goaty though? Like it just because I mean I bounced off it. It's not really my thing. But like I don't want to be like overly critical. But it just didn't seem like.
I think it's a really good game.
It's really
I
complicated.
think it has some problems.
Okay.
It's complicated.
It's complicated, but
yeah.
I think it's very impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I could talk about why that game is incredible and also lacking for like hours. It's a lot to unpack with Horizon.
I will say when I played that
Yeah.
game, I was like, whoa, this game is high budget.
Yeah.
Big
Okay.
time high budget.
Yeah, I think
Cool.
the technical aspects of it definitely.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like so beautiful.
And the sound design and the creature design
Yep.
and all of that stuff.
Good
yeah.
fighting, good missions.
The water.
Yep. Good traversal. Absolutely. It's got all that stuff.
It's very interesting how many award ceremonies we have for video games now. Game Awards, DICE, and then we have like the GDC ones that happen in March. I actually think that maybe within the industry, DICE is viewed very highly. I think for the average person, I think DICE is probably considered like the smallest. Like people don't really know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Whereas like game developers, at least it's streamed and stuff. I actually think the game developers
Well, no, they are streaming, and they've got Greg Miller and Stella hosting.
they're doing that.
Yeah.
I've definitely the most enjoyable ones I've ever seen have been the game developers ones, especially the years where they had hired people to do like skits and like create like videos for
Like
them and
Isla?
stuff. Yeah, see, those are always like good stuff. Like they feel like the GDC ones are made for like
Devs.
for like for devs, but also like the viewers. It's like
Oh.
but without having announcements. It's like we want to make this entertaining for you.
Got it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
They
I haven't seen the modern DICE, what their
modern
format
era.
is like.
I don't know
Attitude.
at all.
Like, I was, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like I went to them back in the day, but it was like 2004, 2005, forever ago. So it's got to be way different now. Didn't have Greg Miller, that was for sure.
Legitimized.
We got more news to come, but if you've been enjoying this show so far, please take a second to like and subscribe on YouTube and ring that bell. It helps us and it helps you stay connected. All right. Have you heard about Gripper? I showed it to these guys earlier. Go ahead and start rolling that trailer. It's like Akira-inspired motorcycle, but like sort of like not quite racing, but like dodging stuff, and then boss fights.
Yeah, it looks like you're battling in arenas almost.
Yeah.
I was getting Fury vibes.
Yeah,
Furi.
Oh
Fury.
yeah, that game. Yeah.
Sick game.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you, Brad. Like Battle Arena, like kind of like that top down, not quite top
Oh,
down.
it
but
actually
like,
says it.
Oh, they do?
Akira meets Fury.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Whoa,
Right,
Hubert.
so
You're on
Hubert,
the
keep
pulse.
telling us. Yeah. No. Like I'm curious if you like can switch between the perspectives at any time, or if it literally
I think
just
it's
is different
just the
modes.
segment you're in.
Well,
Yeah.
because like some of the more like zoomed out parts where you're doing like more of a combat battle in arena, it definitely looked like it zoomed in. Like maybe there's certain moves you do where it changes the perspective.
Oh yeah, maybe
like-
maybe you
yeah,
can
so
change
like
the camera angle.
yeah, one of the shots we just saw clearly was like they showed the battle arena and then they showed it from a different perspective, like top
or
down,
that's
and then
just trailer stuff. I don't know.
maybe it's like
or
boss
that's a
fights
cutscene
or yeah.
in the boss fight or something.
Yeah. But I mean, it definitely looks unique, and I love the shout outs to Andros there at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was like a
Star Fox.
floating head with like moving sections.
It's not the Fury devs, is it, Blood?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Developer is called Heartcore, and they're in Bulgaria. And it says it's story driven, which is another thing that like caught my eyes. It's crazy. It's being brought to life by a talented development team whose credits include Assassin's Creed Valhalla
Oh boy.
and Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, Ubisoft people then.
Yeah,
May I-
ex-Ubisoft people.
I have a question. This might be stupid. And I'm sorry to reference something directly on the screen right now. How long has Europe had a notification for the in-game purchase? When
That's
is
the
that?
first I've seen.
Yeah, where'd that come?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that warning.
In-game purchases.
Yeah, that's like credit. It makes
Yeah.
like shout out.
It should be like a stack of cash. Too.
It's like, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this story is it's a little nonsensical, but we'll get into it. In Gripper, players enter the burnout seat as None, a cyber biker who is stuck inside a collapsing world. Long separated from his parents, None is jolted back into their lives and forced to save the world from the AI known as Zero.
Dude.
None versus Zero.
I'm sure they wanted to call this character Null, but they absolutely could not.
No Christ.
Oh, Christ.
What's close to Null? None.
Explore Deadlands with the help of his mechanized cat buddy, Cat Kit.
Oh, it's a mech buddy. Cool.
Yeah.
That cat.
And ultimately defeat relentless bosses by gripping and ripping out their hearts.
Cool.
Until
Whoa,
it is
what?
done.
Like Revengeance?
Yeah, his
He had his heart out or
yeah, it was like
something.
exposed and all like wired up.
Oh, yeah.
Looked cool.
It'd be like his Zandatsu, like bike move.
Yeah, so that says there's 3 phases. There's a main hub, there's the tunnels, and there's the boss fights. So the hub is where you upgrade and customize your bike. You install consumables, and then you talk to Cat Kit there.
Perfect.
The tunnels are the part where you like ride and slide through all the obstacle courses. And then the boss fights, colossal enemy mechs that symbolize the different stages of grief. And each one has a different weak spot that requires a unique approach to survive.
Another game doing the states of grief.
Grief, very trendy these days. Big time.
By learning the best strategies for each part of the game, players can help set the world right, defeat the great evil of Zero, and even have a chance of saving their parents.
Oh.
And yeah, this is the idea was born when I lost my mother. And as a game
Fuck.
designer, I want to express my feelings through gameplay. Such sensitive emotional topics are usually covered in adventure games, but I dreamt of a boss fight game where each boss is a stage of grief.
It's actually pretty badass.
Throughout the game, you literally tear enemies apart to reveal their hearts, which sing with voices of those you lost. Each one gives you an ability. Once you regain them all, you are ready to rescue your family.
Whoa.
I am ready for some like tragic backstories in every boss.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be
Metal Gear.
sympathetic to them. Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast
Yeah,
Squad.
some monologues
It's like
are
Metal
coming.
Gear,
Yeah.
Will this be the first action game where you're like weeping while fighting a boss, like in action?
Hardcore.
Sounds intense.
Yeah.
I just, it's got these awards from different things, but like I just found out about this game
I was
today.
gonna say, yeah. This game? How long has the game been around?
Yeah.
The announcement of it.
Won some epic mega grants and got some art awards. Very
Cool.
cool.
Man, I want a mega grant.
I always love when in movies when villains get their grants taken away and then they go like unhinged.
They lost tenure.
I'm out. You're out, Norman.
Got to turn to the streets.
Back to formula.
Back into the formula. Yep. Best example.
That or in sports where you're penalized like draft picks.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing.
Yep.
Also this week, lead devs from Playground Games, including Forza Horizon 5's creative director Mike Brown and lead producer Tom Butcher, have left to form new studio Maverick Games.
Maverick.
They
Look at your
currently
card.
have 10 employees, but they're in the process of staffing up to a team of 140.
Wow.
Whoa.
Planning to build a world-class open-world title.
Wow. Weren't they building? They were doing Fable.
They
Playground
weren't
games.
doing Fable.
Oh,
the other team.
Okay,
at
got it.
Playground was doing Fable. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Should
Best
have
of
come
luck
to
to
me first. I'd have let you fall down for free.
So yeah, we'll see that in 2028 or whatever.
Yup. It's gonna be a while.
Next gen.
Yeah.
Next gen.
Yeah, that's we always talk about how these studios they're not the same like crew as they were, it seems like a pretty big loss for
Yeah,
them.
definitely. Playground's got a lot of talent.
Definitely.
From a lot of other studios got shut down. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's always funny when it's used as a marketing thing where it's like from the people who brought you inside, but it's like one person or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I think that they may just be doing that for the opening or whatever because it is like
Yeah,
6 of the
yeah.
10.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, and then a studio director is from like Sumo. So
Sumo Digital.
Yeah.
gonna be building that studio in Leamington Spa. In an interview with Edge, Capcom confirmed that RE4 Remake will not cut out the island. In fact, the island will have a lot more to it.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's fun.
130 hours, Damiani.
Well, yeah. There you go. That's what we talked about.
Hours.
I would just keep forgetting how much essential stuff is in the island because I just associate like so many people do with some of like
The
the
contra
lowest parts. Yeah. They just if they could like replace those with something else.
Yeah.
I would be down with that. You know what, Hubert? I'm hoping now. I'm confident Krauser's staying in now.
Yeah, of course he is.
But
Oh, 100%.
it's going to be more of like a psychological fight with Leon. Because Leon, you think he's like better than everyone. And
Fear
like,
gas.
even when Krauser's like, okay, this is like intense the first time, but like,
Yeah.
I don't really fear him. I want someone where it feels like this guy's better than you.
Like Bane.
It's a struggle.
Bane
It's a
vibes.
struggle. And in
I
fact,
was
there's
born in it, Leon. Hell yeah. I'm down.
No,
Damiani.
Krauser's better one-liners than him.
Yeah.
He's like, Leon's ego's hurt. He's like, no.
Dude,
I was born in the QuickTime event.
I want to see some like his
Transformation arm?
transformation stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want Krauser to go like disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
wanna
wonder
see
if they'll
that.
change his fight.
Yeah.
His like final fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna. It can't be that. Like that's too gimmicky for its time. Like they gotta make it something more intense.
Yeah. One thing that I thought was interesting from the synopsis of that interview is they're saying that like they had basically split the team up. So like one group worked on the village,
Right.
one group worked on
Castle.
Castle, and one worked on the
Sick.
island.
Awesome.
And then they like passed them around and like checked each other's work.
Sick.
And rated each other's
So
work.
So awesome!
Wow.
That's awesome.
Love
give
that.
me confidence. Now I know Huber. Sorry, came in my head. Krauser's gonna be the stalker enemy. He's gonna hunt you throughout the last part of
That'd
the
be
island.
sick.
dude.
I know
I don't. Please cool it on the
Yeah, I
spot.
know a lot of people. I know a lot of people are sick of the stalkers. A lot of
Please
people.
cool it.
A lot of people do not want any stalker this time.
Okay.
But I'd
It's
be
fun
down.
in like parts, but like
Yeah.
Chainsaw's
going back
kind of
to
like
that
a
a little
light
too much.
stalker, but
Yeah.
yeah.
salad.
That'll be a pleasure.
Salvador, and you got the
Chainsaw
big
guy.
cheese guy.
First chainsaw. Take me.
No, yeah, they're like Huber, the first thing I'm doing is like,
Take me.
are there different death animations in the village? Let's find out how many there are here. Like
a YouTube
low health
video.
death, does it actually like
That's a YouTube video.
high health death?
Record all those, Huber.
Totally. All the deaths.
All Resident Evil 4 remake deaths.
Speaking of deaths, Death vs. Let It Die is suspending service in July.
Dude, game was really cool.
and going into redevelopment.
Look at this.
There's something there. That game is sick. I played it for like a few hours, free to play when it came out. It's like heavy melee combat, and it's like small scale shades of battle royale. You have to like survive in this like death trap arena zone, and it's just got really hard hitting, cool melee combat.
I also played the beta.
Yeah,
It like
that's
you're
issues.
right. It was like the idea was there, but it didn't feel like Let It Die.
Totally.
Really, it was.
Let It Die was so special.
Yeah, and I love Let It Die, and
Yeah.
like it just felt like it was missing that weird Let It Die-ness.
Totally.
You
The
know.
grasshopper.
I agree.
Yeah. And so like I think going back to the drawing board is the right call for this, because like the idea is there. There's something there, but it's I think still pretty far off the mark.
Is it just deathmatch?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
just too many
There's
games
too much of
like
that.
this.
Yeah.
Too much,
Everybody
yeah.
wants their never-ending
Yeah.
money into their bank account
And it's
game.
like the Let It Die IP?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there was nothing to like suck you into the world and get you invested in this. That was the biggest problem. I played a
Yeah.
few matches. I won my first match and I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, bots is probably.
Right.
Whereas, Let It Die, Isla, by the time you're like back to the hub and like after a couple hours, you're like in,
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm invested.
Well, because Let It Die is like a game with
Yeah.
the pay shit stapled on top of it, pretty egregiously at room 20 or level 26. But like whatever. But like this is just the like multiplayer. It felt like a multiplayer mode that would be additional to something else. It felt like I was like,
Absolutely.
where's the actual game though?
Totally.
Which feels kind of shitty because like I really, really want Let It Die to just continue to exist.
Not die.
Yeah.
Let it live. Let it live, Isla. Yes. That'll be the sequel.
Yeah. It'll be
Yeah.
very interesting for you two to compare it when it comes back.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll definitely be checking it out again. And like, I think people were asking if Let It Die is still playable. I believe it is. It's just still out there.
Yeah.
So
Trevor, those,
pretty wild
what is
stuff.
it, floor 26 you said?
I think if memory
Holy
serves, it was floor
shit.
26. There was a boss.
Yeah.
The difficulty spike was just like literally impossible. Like, it
you
was
go from like
insane.
one-shotting people
Yeah.
to getting one-shot.
to being
like,
one-shotted
on a dime.
yeah. And it's like you just have to pay money to get continues.
Sounds
Basically.
fun.
It's insane.
Hey, that took a while to get to that floor, actually.
Oh, hell yeah.
Lot of hours to get there.
That's the thing is like I felt like I got enough game
Yeah.
by that
Yeah, they
point.
gave you the
know?
demo.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
exactly. And like with Let It Die, I was like, sure, I'll give you $60 worth of stuff because then it's like, okay, I'm buying this game because I've been playing it for 100 hours or whatever. But yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, we should do it. Let It Die. Check in, Isla.
Dude, I've been wanting to.
Let's check
dude.
in.
But that's what I was thinking too, is like you've got till July before this version of the game disappears.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so you got a while still.
Get some capture. So
Yeah.
like you can do like a
The
before and after,
comparisons.
and like what do they do?
That is sick.
You're going to have to wait 2 more years after that.
Windows Update is trying very hard to update right now. So
Stop it, Windows. We're not allowed.
yeah, I told it to wait an hour.
Oh no. NetEase. This one, I don't feel the impact necessarily, other than the fact that NetEase is still going around buying things. So
Yep.
just keeping up on that NetEase game.
Stop.
Feel
they-
the ease.
they acquired,
Not as good as the Embrace.
Skybox Labs, which I'd never heard of
Ease
before.
into it.
It's a Canadian team that they primarily do like co-development support work. So they've worked on Halo Infinite, Minecraft, and Fallout 76, and they're just going to continue to operate independently and keep doing that stuff.
Operate independently?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So
What'd they buy him for?
they bought them to get those contracts.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
like, hey, NetEase helped make Halo. So. And it's also going to help the studio themselves, quickly
Yeah, I guess
staff
so.
up and that kind of thing. Do more things. Asked about a PC version of Final Fantasy 16. Naoki Yoshida said he wasn't sure why those rumors are spreading around.
It's hilarious.
He told people to just go ahead and buy a PS5.
PS5.
Just buy PS5.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to talk about
I
that.
literally, yeah.
There's no way
I
they would
saw.
talk about
I saw people watched it and are like, yeah, his demeanor is literally like
It's so out of
He's
context.
literally saying that,
Yeah.
but like his body language is like, please stop at. Like, I have to say this, idiots.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
He
Like,
cannot talk. He can't say that.
yeah, he's like, I cannot
the way
say
we're
that.
doing
Like,
a
so, yeah,
PC
go buy the
version.
PS5 version. So it's like,
And
Yeah.
it was in a 14 thing, right? It wasn't even about 16.
This was 16, but like this is the same thing with
But no,
like
I'm saying,
It was in a 14,
I thought
this.
the interview
So
was
it was during a
14.
mahjong event for 14, where they were playing mahjong, and they brought it up. They're like, you know what? I want to address something. I want to talk about this rumor I heard, and like,
Damn.
That's
They're
so
playing mahjong.
funny.
Yeah, I just saw some responses and people just go like 0 to 100 instantly. They're like, "Oh, buy a PS5, yeah, if I could, asshole." Just like, whoa.
just like
Jeez.
7. It'll come to PC at some point.
Just
they just
find
can't say when. So
Yeah, they can't say
their
that.
contract.
Yeah, people get upset pretty fast, Hubie.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's more serious.
0 to 100.
No, but
The internet has
but
destroyed the
Huber,
human mind.
It's more serious for them in Japan because they've actually had to put out like broad like statements about the situation of the PS5 in Japan because there's been a lot of concern about 16 only being on PS5 exclusive, and they've been like trying to like massage and like damage control like the you know it being sold out heavily with that. You know, and like Sony, like kind of like pushing that messaging onto them as well. Like, you need to push this angle that like we're doing everything we can. Like,
Yeah.
like please, like we're very hopeful and optimistic that the situation will be better by the time the game comes out. You know, they could also. I mean, this people think that might be why it's coming out when it is, because like it seems
That
like
could
it's
make
pretty
sense.
much done.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
give it as much buffer room so that not just. Like, it might be easier to get here, but everywhere in the world where it's going to be sold, like, might be easier to get a PS5 by then.
If that game is pretty much done, then that is fantastic because they're going to have all the time in the world to be polishing it up.
Yeah, they've been polishing for a while, I think.
That's like
already.
one of my biggest criticisms of the industry is it's like you're just throwing stuff out there,
It's not ready.
you know, rushing to finish it, and it's
Yep.
like, how about you finish it for the most part? How about we get into that
Love that, Blood. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah,
beta
but,
phase before we start talking about the game?
yep.
Yeah.
Which actually goes into my next thing. Neil Druckmann's been making the rounds with the Last of Us show coming out, doing interviews and stuff. He's said that Naughty Dog is working on multiple projects at this time. He's pretty much left the window open that Last of Us Part 3 could happen.
It's
but
gonna
it doesn't
happen.
sound like it's actually happening
It's
right
going to
now.
happen.
But he also noted that they want to hold off on announcing their games until closer to release.
Smart idea.
Since the announcements of Uncharted 4 and Last of Us Part 2 led to a lot of the crunch and stuff that Naughty Dog has been criticized for.
Smart.
Smart idea.
Did you hear that, Huber, speaking of people freaking out, like, Neil Druckmann said something about just, like, enjoying the story style of Elden Ring, and
Right,
everyone
yeah.
freaked out. And they were like, no! And he just enjoyed it. He's not going
Yeah.
to change his
Well,
game.
no, I
there was
think he
another thing where he
said,
said
yeah.
that like they want to do more of that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Well, sure, but
That's
that
a good
doesn't...
thing.
Yeah, like
That's
that...
something different. Good, yay!
Yeah.
Do it!
But like, I still think it would still be very them, you know?
Yeah, they would
like,
just
they're
do their
not
own
just
spin
gonna,
on
yeah,
it.
like
Yeah.
they're not going to
It
emulate.
doesn't have to be, yeah, exactly, like from
Yeah.
software.
No need
It was
to
just
panic.
so funny that everyone
Yeah, don't
panicked.
panic. Relax.
It's like everyone draws inspiration from everybody else.
Yeah,
Like,
just relax.
it's good.
Well, and part of one of the strengths of The Last of Us is that it has a lot of that in there already. It's like, yes, there's a lot of it reading notes, but just like the environmental design
Totally.
also tells the
Right.
story.
Quite
you
a
know?
bit, yeah.
You remember a few months back, Dunkey announced he's going to become a publisher now?
Yes, I did.
Somehow I
Big
do know
mode.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow I do.
So they've announced the first game he's going to publish is Animal Well, which is an indie game that we've known about for a little while. It was shown off at Summer Game Fest. It's cool looking. It's like really zoomed out, but it's got a lot of like really great like lighting effects and stuff in it. It's pixel based, but like it's pretty cool. I played a little bit of it there, but it was like one of those things where it's like rushed around from station to station. It's like, all right, 10 minutes, and like, okay, next place, and like, okay. But so it's,
Your first
it's a
game?
good thing to
Yeah.
start off with.
Yeah,
Nice.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloodworth seal of approval. That's a good sign.
Yeah,
That is nice.
No
yeah.
doubt.
It's definitely got some buzz.
Cool.
Good first game.
The visual style is really cool, yeah.
Hey, man, just helping get more games out there. It's cool with me.
Yeah.
All right, roll this dumb thing. Terminator 2 is coming to World of Tanks
Yes!
as a special Judgment Day battle pass.
What the hell?
They put out a really weird trailer for this thing.
What the hell?
And what's strange is it's like from the trailer, like you guys saw it. It looks at the end like you've got like a T-800 tank versus a T-1000
Yeah.
tank, because like this one tank like comes out,
Yep.
of like forms out of liquid metal or whatever. But then I read the description, and they only talk about one tank.
Yeah.
The T-832, which is forged from the remains of both of them after they melted in the smelter.
That is some wild mental gymnastics there.
Does Cameron know about
help.
this?
Yeah, what does Jim say about this?
They got melted down and turned into a tank for a world of tanks.
Strange.
And this thing has got like a bunch of chains over the top of it. It's got like the red eye.
Yeah.
As instead of like a window or whatever.
Didn't T2 have like tanks at the beginning or something like that?
Yeah, it's in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
It's in
look
the
a lot
future
better
timeline.
than
Why don't they look like that?
Exactly. That's what I wanted. Yeah.
Be too OP in this game.
Yeah, it just wouldn't
Broken.
fit the
Be like
style.
a mech at that point.
Wouldn't fit the style. What do you mean? There's like a T1000
But
tank.
they're all shaped like your standard like
come on.
OG tanks.
Come on, World of Tanks.
Like the thing in Terminator is like
dude, it's
like
whack.
upright and has like double
Yeah,
blaster
Yeah, it's like a
It'd be cool,
two-story
though.
tank.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking
Or like
about?
modify it. This just looks like a tank with like a red light on the front.
Need
right.
top 10 greatest tank moments.
battle tanks. Loved battle
James
tanks.
Bond driving a tank.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one.
yeah.
Chat was saying that, and I agree that.
John Connor.
No Arnold. Notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, notice that.
Couldn't
that
get
like.
him.
World of Tanks is one of the most popular games in the world, but I
Ever,
don't
yeah.
know anyone who plays it.
Yeah. Classic.
Right. One of those.
Super hardcore.
Oh yeah,
So the Battle Pass also has decals you can stick on your tank. Of
course.
Quotes from
Okay.
the movie, of course. You got the Hasta La Vista.
What are the quotes?
Stick.
Do we know all the
Hasta La
quotes?
Vista.
They're in that.
Little
list.
She's gonna blow him away.
I don't know. I don't think that one's in there. But,
Hey.
yeah.
You're Terminator.
You're terminated, fucker. That's one of the best. T1. Mimetic polyalloy, dude! What? What? Mimetic polyalloy. No way! No problemo.
Someone
Dude.
make me put arcade.
Dude, is that a
game
John
now.
Connor
This
sticker?
is such
So these
bait.
are commanders, which I guess are just like the voices that you hear when
Eddie
you're fighting or
Furlong,
whatever.
dude.
And so then they like have the movie quotes too, but it's
Okay.
like they're all like new voice actors that are trying to sound sort of like the actors.
Okay. Dude, they couldn't get Eddie Furlong. He's on Cameo. Don knows all about it.
Dude, this is some good stuff. This is a good battle
Don't get
pass.
excited.
There we go.
Terminator. Terminator.
But yeah, so the commanders are John Connor, Sarah Connor, T800, T1000.
Nice.
And then last one here, Hitman Freelancer. Remember
Yeah,
that?
what's the word?
The roguelike game?
Yes.
That's launching January 26th with the World of Assassination relaunch thing.
Oh, please be excited for the stream immediately. Yes.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Explain a little bit about what this is.
Yeah, do you remember in the older Hitmans, like you would have your like Hitman 2 specifically, you have your little hub area where you can like put all your guns on the wall and little firing range and stuff. They're adding a hub to this Hitman Freelancer, and it's a roguelite thing where you just go on missions and come back and I think probably like expand your arsenal or level up. I don't know the exact
Yeah, they talked a lot about
details.
like trying to pick the right gear and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, for the job. So
Cool.
So wait, what is it? Is it random missions that like auto-generate different things?
Yeah, that I don't know the actual missions you will be playing because I cannot imagine that it's the existing levels already because that is kind of like escalation missions is like you know you go through the old missions and have different targets and different opportunities to kill them. So yeah, I don't know if they're just gonna do like some brand new levels, but that also seems like no way because
Yeah.
like
Seems like no way.
Yeah.
Maybe like a mix of levels. I don't know.
yeah.
I think it's probably more randomized targets
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Weapons maybe.
I mean, we've
laying
definitely
around.
covered it before, but I don't
Yeah.
remember all the details off the top of my head.
Because the stages are such a big part of Hitman, obviously,
Yeah.
and we haven't really had many new ones for 3. They added that we streamed that one, the like jungle area.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, remember 2 had a couple. 2 had the bank.
Yeah.
Love the bank.
Let's see, pulling up the when they went back. This was last October. And actually, yeah, we knew the date then. Good.
Nice.
But I think that it didn't. It got
Specify?
reiterated by like Sony or something.
Oh, okay.
Today. But anyways, see what we got. This is all about the.
There is
Yes.
already so much replayability in
Yeah, I
that
was gonna
trilogy.
say.
It's so incredible, but
If they had random elements to levels, like
Yeah.
the estate or whatever,
yeah,
and you just add random stuff into it, I guess.
totally.
Contracts, which are fun.
Yep.
We got to
contracts.
do official
Oh,
contracts.
they did like
That
a
was fun.
10-minute thing, but it didn't
Deep
actually
dive?
write about the details in the blog post.
Cool.
So, anyways,
Watch that. Sick.
but yeah, check that out. Oh, here we go. Mastery. Freelancer Mastery is tracked through location at the core of Freelancer mode, the Safe House. So you complete challenges and earn XP. Safe House in the full release will have 100 mastery levels.
Wow.
Whoa.
So
Yeah, the stages have mastery levels originally, and you would the
it's
more
almost like another game, the way it's structured,
Yeah.
it seems.
hyped.
But anyways,
Hyped.
sorry for not having more details off
Yeah.
the top of my head.
I'm just excited for more of a reason to continually replay because, in today's day and age, we have so many games to play. So it is harder and harder to stick around
right.
with the games. And it's like, once I've been through each level like twice, see the credits, it's like, all right, do I want to go back and just start grinding each level over and over? It's like, no, I it's at a point where I kind of just like revisit those levels
Right.
every, 6 months down the line or something. So this just seems like the perfect way to like hop in anytime and start earning.
Put a new celebrity in.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah, definitely. Those are
Pauly
fun.
Shore. Put him in.
Holy short.
That would be so funny.
He's a big fan.
It's
But
time.
Agent, I've got so much world to see.
It's time for Love and Respect.
Love and respect.
Crunchy today.
Yeah.
From Kristen G. Rosario, with awesome games done quick rolling through with its many speedruns to help raise money for charity this week. My question is this. If you were to dedicate yourself to successfully speedrunning one video game from beginning to end, which one would it be and why?
It's probably something not super long, I guess. It's hard not to say Mario 64 because it just looks so fun. The actual speedrun and like the skills from it.
Hard.
Of course it's going to be hard, but there's so many categories too for it you can do.
I think of like the easiest game.
Easiest game?
Yeah. That we could actually do.
We could do Mario.
I think that's a little too hard for us.
No, come now, Damiani. Have a little
Come
respect
now,
for yourself.
Damiani.
I think it's a little hard.
Have
Okay,
some
Brad, okay,
self-respect.
okay. Brad is the pro gamer, so okay.
You could do it.
I've been playing a lot of Dying Light 2, so I'm going to
shit.
say Mirror's Edge 1.
Ooh.
Speedrun that shit.
Not too long.
Yeah.
We should try doing Resident Evil 4 remake.
Oh, remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah, you could do that.
Dude, we should
Dude, when
try
I
it.
replayed 3 remake, I was like, oh shit, dude, I got through Inferno in like 80 minutes? Damn.
Check out the reset the room
Short game.
track. Yeah. We have reset the room, see if you could like cheese some stuff, some of the enemy AI. Let's do it. We'll figure it out.
I don't know. Blood, what are you doing?
Yeah, what's blood?
F-Zero? Doing
That's
F-Zero blood?
hard.
Yeah,
Blood's a
It's
gamer,
hard.
dude.
I don't know about that.
Blood's a gamer.
There's some skips in there, but
Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing. That,
What? How do you do
how
that
fast
one?
Pay
you
off-
Endless-
Pay off your house, yeah. House percent.
Oh
Crazy hacks
yeah.
for
Or
that.
get the concert or whatever. I was thinking the first ones that came to mind were like Bloodborne or Portal because those seemed like fun. But then Screaming
Portal's fun.
Argonaut said Myst, which makes me think like
Oh.
Myst 3 Exile might be a really fun speed run. For some reason, or one of the later ones like real Myst style where you can actually look around, like Uru or something. It'd be weird.
or the Star Fox speedruns, Damiani. That might be a good one to go for.
Probably hard.
Right?
Probably tough.
Probably tough.
I think Doom would really be really fun too.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
the-
it would.
2016, of course, but I was actually thinking of just the original, like Doom 1 or Doom 2.
Probably use mouse and keyboard for those,
Yeah.
right? It must be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My every time I revisit it, like not anymore now, but when I replayed Doom in modern times after a long time, it was like, man, this game's like a little slower than I remember. When you don't know where to go, except when you don't have it memorized,
Right.
you're kind of just like, not sneaking around, but like you're going through at a normal pace.
Doom was more methodical.
Yeah.
Quake is
Yeah.
insane. Quake is
dude.
really fast.
Yeah, Quake speedrun, yeah. But like when you sprint through Doom, it can be so fast too. that'd be fun.
What was one I watched? Celeste.
Oh.
Like just seeing people just like go through that, like no restarts or anything like that, just like going
That
through.
looks so
and like having like
hard.
devs show up and stuff when they're doing it, just to like be like sick.
Pixel perfect. Just
Oh,
oh my god, yeah, that is insane.
Why didn't you say Resident Evil 2?
Because I don't like speedrunning. I don't like looking at my favorite games like that. I don't
Well,
like
you used to
picking
do
them
it
apart.
like anyways, pretty much.
But I always like playing just like I like taking knees, you
Right.
know? I like just going through at my own pace. Like I just don't care for speedrunning myself. I don't like seeing all the cracks and stuff in the games and exploiting it. Like I'm just not about that.
we should do Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze stage. Just
Oh,
one
shit,
stage.
yeah. Oh.
Just one stage.
One stage?
One stage.
Man, I'm doing all Kong percent, dude. Getting all
Okay,
those
sure.
Kongs.
We should see if we could get anywhere close on one
Probably.
stage.
Yeah, probably. You just gotta put in the time, dude. These people play like thousands of hours of these
Right.
games.
Yeah.
But that's what's interesting, Huber, is because like I feel like you as well as like I like to take my time even if it's something I played a bunch of times before.
Yeah.
But then the games where it's like basically tells you to do it. Like I was just talking to Brad about Kirby. They're like these little side levels where like they put a time on there. They don't really give you any more rewards, but it's like
Yeah.
you can beat that, and it's like okay,
I want
try
to.
it again until I beat it, Yeah. And like Neon White is
Yeah.
like all.
I saw
about
they were
that.
doing that.
Oh man, the whole game is built around
Yeah,
doing that.
the whole
Yeah.
game is teaching you to speedrun. Man, I just looked up a Myst 3 Exile speedrun. Pukatronic, man, I would not
Oh,
be able to
right.
do that. It's so much whipping around. So now I'm
Yeah,
thinking
mouse
something like,
speedruns, I
yeah,
don't know.
no, something like
probably throw
Haunting
up.
Grounds or something would be really like a less or Kodelka, like a lesser known fixed camera would be really fun.
What
to
are
do.
some like co-op ones where you need multiple people? To do it?
Overcooked speedrun.
Dude.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you need like the team coordination.
Drift compatible.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that'd be
pretty
Takes
wild.
two, man.
It takes
Holy
two.
speedrun.
That would be
And you're like,
good.
both of you don't even say a word the entire
Oh my
time.
God.
You're
That
just
game is
visual.
long, though.
Visual cues. Like tipping. There you go.
From Logan Taus. Hey, allies. What game do you think you've replayed the most times?
Resident Evil 2.
How many times do you think you've replayed it? I estimate I've beaten Ocarina of Time around 8 times with one Master Quest run on the 3DS.
That's it.
It sounds insane, but
Brad is not pleased.
That's it.
it sounds made up, but I truly have played Resident Evil 2 like around 100 times. I'm not kidding. In the
It's possible. It's a short
20
game, dude.
plus years, I just used to beat it over and over and over and over and over and over again on PS1, N64, like GameCube version throughout my entire life. Because you can beat it, in one sitting.
Yeah, that one's much faster.
So one sitting, and I'm not talking like both A and B scenarios. Just one
Right.
character, one scenario going through it like 100 times.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
And that, because that's different scenarios. Yeah, you're right. Because I'm thinking about like RE4, and like as much time as I put into it, I think I've only beaten it maybe like 20 to 25 time
It's
range.
so long. It's
Because
so much
even
long.
like the thing, like putting hours together, it's like in the 20s.
Yeah.
But it seems like, oh, I beat it like, like that's. I mean, it's a lot to beat one game. But when you say like 8, like it's not too bad. I mean, depending
Yeah,
on how
it's
long
a
it takes
lot
some
for
people to
Ocarina of
beat.
Time.
Like, how many? Like, imagine like Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, gosh.
Jeez.
Like,
Yeah,
there are people
JRPGs,
multiple play that. It's like
once or twice.
Yeah, like how many times have you beat like Persona 5?
Once.
Yeah,
I can't-
Dragon Quest 8. How many times have you beat Dragon Quest 8?
Fully beaten it 2 times.
Okay,
total.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'm on my 3rd, about to be 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the wild thing because like RPGs can be so long. Like it can be one of your favorite games, but
Yep.
like I've never fully gotten all the way through Final Fantasy VI more than once. I've never
okay.
fully gotten all the way through Majora's Mask more
Yeah.
than once. There's been times where I've tried to restart it, but then it's like there's always like more of a barrier, right? To
Yeah.
like keep going on a longer game.
I think
if you've already played it.
I think I've gone through 14, like at least a Realm Reborn,
Reborn?
like 8 times. Wow,
What?
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Sick.
I don't know.
not
how
all
many-
watching cutscenes, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times, but like definitely stuff when I was younger, like A Link to the Past.
Oh my god, I've beaten that game a lot.
I have no idea. So
Yeah.
many times because it was like I would go over to like my dad's on the weekends and then like the neighbor kids or whatever and like it would just like play Zelda again.
Yep.
Like, what else are we gonna do? You know, if we
Played
can't
that a
get
lot.
somebody to rent a game for us, we're gonna play Zelda again.
Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings and Super Mario World have got to be up there. Because Super Mario World, you take the Star Road.
I was gonna say,
you
that's
get there
probably one of my
so
top that I've beaten the
quickly.
most.
And for me, Pilot Wings is so fast.
Yeah,
Like when you know
Pilot
what to
Wings
do,
fast.
it's very quick.
Final Fantasy IV, I've definitely played a bunch of times, but I don't know how many. Star Fox 64.
Well, I know I'd
Last
done,
of Us I've beat like 10 times.
It's true.
There you
Truly
go.
10 times.
Was it Final Fantasy IV, one of the versions, DS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of the versions like locked you out because you could replay after you beat it. I think after your 4th completion, you got like a star, but you couldn't replay that file again.
It's so weird.
Oh, weird.
I wanna
it's
know-
like a new game plus, so you couldn't keep new game
It
plus
didn't
again?
even carry over your stats. It just like kept track how many times you beat it. It was like a brag thing. Like you beat it enough times, it locked out that file. You either delete it
Weird.
or leave it alone, and like you could fight the last boss again. But I remember that like, oh shit, you can't like. It was I forget which version it was though. It was such a weird thing. Like why would you even? It felt like shades of like Yoko Taro before Yoko Taro. Like who would do a weird thing like this?
Yeah. Some pseudo vibes.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you would count something like Smash Brothers, where you're just like you're doing that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, I beat Smash 64 so many
Yeah,
times.
well, how many
Space
times have you beat
Emissary?
Mortal Kombat?
Right.
Oh yeah, Damiani, you've beaten FTL like 3,000 times, right?
I don't know about 3,000. It takes
Maybe
like
more like
it ta-
2,000.
It takes like
Yeah.
I have so many hours having it. It takes about an hour to beat it, at least. So
How many hours do you have?
I don't remember now.
300?
It's more than it's like no, it's like 2 something. So like probably about like 100 plus times at least.
So that's probably
Yeah.
the game you've beaten.
Because remember, I wasn't beating it originally. A lot of that time was like learning how to play and get good at that game. So
Yeah, there's a
split
ton
it,
of people that
make
put
it
lots
50
of time in that game
yeah.
and never beaten it.
Yeah, I split it in half and say like probably beat it 100 times ish.
Streets of Rage 200.
Oh, God.
100 times.
Yeah.
For me, it's probably Symphony of the Night, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Elden Ring. I had to beat 4 times just to platinum it.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Myst 1 I beat a lot because as a kid I knew how to beat it in 4 minutes.
Ooh.
So I would just kind of
Count
do
it.
that sometimes.
Count it.
Oh, it's gotta be like
Oh,
the original
yeah.
Super Mario Brothers, man.
Short.
It was hard to beat it back when I was a kid, though,
Like,
dude. It
how many
wasn't.
times we
It
like,
wasn't a gimme.
capture
I
stuff
didn't
for
beat it
game
until later.
trailers just to get. Oh yeah, like absolutely, like
Even
short.
Mario 3, like not using the whistles or something.
Takes
Like
a while,
Mario
yeah.
3 is a lot easier than 1 and 2, but still,
Yeah.
it was
Su-
not every day you beat
Yeah, I
it.
didn't beat those games until I could save.
Super Mario World's the easiest to do.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
just
yeah.
do the
Mario
main
3 is-
thing.
But that's
Mario
what I'm
one's
saying.
probably
Like
the
Mario World
fastest.
has saves.
It has the crazy levels though too. If you do those, the special.
Yeah, but 90% of the levels
But
you
you-
like keep cheese.
Yeah, the less. Yeah, super easy.
I love replaying games.
Let's play a game. From your mother.
Okay.
Howdy, y'all. How about a game? User reviews. You love them, I love them, and most of the time they make sense. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Can you guess which game these user reviews are talking about?
Great.
Oh,
Fun. This is a fun
quotes.
one.
Okay.
They say year of release and platforms will be listed alongside
Cool.
of them. So like
Okay.
hints, basically.
That will help a lot.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, first one. Oh, and I've got multiple choice as well. So we could probably like throw out a couple of guesses and I'll give you a multiple choice.
Okay.
I had a good time with it despite some bad gameplay design and just weirdness. Even for blank. I waited 18 years to play it or whatever, and while it wasn't worth the wait, I certainly am glad I played it.
Star Fox 2.
That's
a cool.
good.
That's a cool
yes.
pick. Yeah.
But it's not.
Metal Gear
That was
Solid.
more than 18 years.
Shit.
One of the Metal Gears?
No, what took 18 years to come out? Not
Oh,
Duke
I was
Nukem,
just
right?
thinking they just waited.
I think they just waited maybe.
Oh, they waited 18. I thought like
Yeah.
the series.
Ocarina of
took-
Time.
We'll see. Okay, so first set of hits, 2019 PS4.
2019.
When this game came out.
They waited 18.
You can't wait
years?
18 years to play. What?
2019.
Oh, it's a remaster. It's gotta be a remaster.
2019.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Is it like medieval?
Damn. Good guess.
Let's just
All right.
start.
Spyro.
Here are your options.
Yeah.
I'll probably go through these
Crash.
quicker next time. Diablo 3, Prey, Shenmue 3, or Final Fantasy 15.
Oh
Shenmue 3.
no.
Dude, shout out to Matt 3Z's in chat. said Shenmue instantly.
Nice.
They probably wrote this.
Wild.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is my review.
All right. Don't play this if you aren't prepared to get sad.
Life is Strange.
The Last of Us.
So many games.
So many sad games.
I know.
Here are the
That-
options.
Before your eyes.
It's 2017 on Xbox One. But I
it's
think
the only
that's just
platform?
what they reviewed it on.
I was gonna say, is
because
it the
think
only
it's on-
platform?
I think it's a multi-platform game. Yeah.
Okay, I throw out one guess.
2017.
Rhyme.
Oh,
That's a great guess.
nice guess.
Okay, no.
The options are What Remains of Edith Finch, Okami HD,
Oh.
Hellblade, or Cuphead.
I'm just saying Edith.
Oh,
Edith
Kami?
Finch. I
Edith
think.
Finch. Oh, yeah.
Edith Finch.
Great game.
Sadness.
That just came to like Game Pass or something recently, or PS
It
Plus or
was on
something.
it, yeah.
Yeah, it
cool.
was on
cool.
Yo,
Yeah.
that game
Great
is
game.
good.
Yeah, it
Great
is.
game.
It is good.
But yeah, I remember that being like PlayStation originally, so that's why I like that Xbox.
Yeah. I think it came later.
Yeah. Thing is, it could have probably used a couple more months in the oven. Because blank is like the most delicious frozen casserole you've ever eaten, but part of it was still cold after you'd taken it out.
Cyberpunk?
Driving feels pretty good, but driving in traffic is a nightmare because everyone else on the road are literal idiots. It's like
Cyberpunk.
real life, I guess.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Just wanted to finish the quote.
Yeah.
Frozen casserole.
Frozen casserole.
Man, all they had to do was give this game an HD upgrade and modern controls, and it would be a 10 or 9 for me. The game is still fun to play, but I had well over 100 crashes and many game-breaking bugs. The final mission glitched and started me from the beginning of the game.
Grand Theft Auto trilogy?
Yeah, GTA.
Yeah,
Definitive edition.
There you go.
Good
Damn it.
pull.
Getting that from me, dude. Nice.
They still gave it a 7 out of 10. Though.
I played through all three of those.
Would you
Definitive
give it a
edition.
7 to 10?
Probably a 7 out of 10. Maybe on the best possible day, like an 8 out of 10. Really, it's not like a 1 out of 10 train wreck. Like it was fine. Definitely not definitive though.
All right. Best way to describe it is the most delicious garlic bread you've ever had.
Okay.
You don't finish all of it, so you set some aside for later, because you know that stuff is going to be delicious.
Skyrim.
I was thinking Skyrim.
You're on the right track.
Elden Ring.
A bit of time passes, and you remember you had that awesome garlic bread, so you go back to it and bite right into it.
Why?
It's still tasty,
But
but
it's not
by
the
that
same.
point, it's also kind of stale.
There,
It
yes.
doesn't
Fallout.
get the same.
Oh, Assassin's Creed
14?
Valhalla.
14.
So, Blank is still what I would consider to be a great game, especially for the PS2 generation.
Oh.
But by now, the glaring camera, movement, and other tiny issues have aged so poorly to the point
Metal Gear Solid 3.
where they become glaring.
Final Fantasy something. 10 or 12.
12?
10-2?
Kingdom
Variety of
Hearts
stories.
1.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good guess. This
camera.
This is from a Switch 2020 release.
A Switch.
What?
Switch game that's like PS2.
The hell?
Switch 2022.
I'm just thinking of
release?
Kingdom Hearts 1 now.
FF8? No, wait.
That could be it.
The options are Devil May Cry 3,
Oh.
Final Fantasy 12, Okami, and Resident Evil 4.
If you say Resident Evil 4,
It's not 12?
Done.
Is it Okami?
Okami is very long.
It's not that.
What was the
We
first
said Final Fantasy 12 earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the first guess?
Is it RE4?
It's Devil May Cry 3.
Okay, I was gonna say this.
garlic bread.
Wait, what
ver-
was the criticism
They said it was
for this?
stale?
Yeah,
Can't
whoa,
work.
whoa,
It can't
yeah.
work, yeah.
Oh,
It's like garlic bread.
Garlic bread.
that version of it's not that good actually.
Oh,
oh,
okay.
it's
Yeah.
Switch.
Camera,
Switch.
movement, and other tiny
Yeah,
issues.
Stinky Switch.
Stinky Switch.
Stinky.
Yeah, Stinky Switch.
I think the camera is probably something they would have still criticized.
Sure,
on the
yeah.
PS2 version. Yeah.
Nah, but perfect game.
It is a PS2 game.
It's a perfect game.
So you're saying like a PS2 game?
Yeah, it is a
DMC3,
PS2.
one of the greats.
Well, yeah, he said for the PS2 generation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, remake DMC 1. Do it.
Yeah.
It did. It's called
Remakes of
Resident
those
Evil
would
4.
be cool.
Real remake. Like
Yeah.
full blown.
It's time for bets. This week's bet: Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden launch next week on January 19th. Right before we record, I'm going to see where both games rank on Twitch's browse page. Which game will rank higher and by how much? Red.
Persona 3 will rank higher just because it's been harder to get a hold of on modern platforms, and it'll be up by 4 slots.
By 4 slots. All right, Huber.
I think Persona 4 by 7.
Persona 4 by 7.
Yeah. I was like Brad, except I said +5 for Persona 3.
Damn, we're close again.
Persona 3, 5.
It'd be a 5-spot difference.
Isla.
I said Persona 4 would be up and up by 3.
Up by 3. What's Don got over there?
Don, what do you got? Golden up by 7.
Persona 4 by 7.
There it is.
And then I've got Persona 3 by 14.
Woof.
It's a lot.
Huge gap.
Huge gap.
Have fun doing these numbers later.
Yeah. No, that'll be fun. There's a lot of counting there. Let me look my email. Okay.
Oh.
We will let you.
Last week's bet, One Piece Odyssey is out in a couple hours from now from when we're recording. I said between last week's podcast and this week's podcast, I would check every press release emailed to me about One Piece Odyssey to see how many times I would find the term Straw Hat Crew. Brad bet 5 times. Damiani bet 5 times. Isla bet 12 times. Don bet 3 times.
Dude, Don, that's what I was thinking too.
And I bet 4 times. Somehow,
Here
in
we
the
go.
course of this week, leading up to the launch of this game, they have not emailed me one press release.
Aw.
The win goes to the low,
Dawn.
which is Don.
Wait, is he on our team?
Yeah.
Woo!
Bringing the scores to Garrulous Ducks 1. Quack, 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 quack. Sleepy Grizzlies 0. I don't know if you got briefed on the name or not.
Have not.
these are
First time I've
great.
heard it.
Grizzlies.
First time I've heard it. I like that. That rules. Yo, Smokey the Bear's still around?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Smokey the Bear.
He died tragically in an auto accident.
Shit. Forest fire.
Let me tell you about patreon.com/easyallies. Patreon is the primary way that this whole thing is funded. So if you like this podcast, if you like our reviews, if you like our streams, all of that fun stuff, head over to patreon.com/easyallies and consider paying for all that to happen. So not only that you can see it, but so everyone else who may not be able to do that can see as well. We are patron funded, and there are other ways to give as well, but Patreon is the most effective way to do that. If you become a patron, you can get different rewards at different levels. At the $10 level, we had our community showcase earlier this week, so you can go back and check through the screenshots and music and all that crazy stuff that people submitted this month. We've also got Stream Team. You guys played Hunt Down just before this. Yeah.
Beat it.
Beat
Yeah,
it.
we beat it.
Heck yeah.
Pleasure.
Good stuff. And then every patron gets to see a version of this podcast that doesn't have any ads on it, and also has some bonus Love and Respect questions. And if you go up to that $5 tier, you also get to submit to those questions, and you get other fun stuff like extended cuts of Achieve It Yourself, and the Discord, and all kinds of neat things. At the very tip top, the folks who are very generous to us, they get shout-outs on our podcast. And this month's shout-outs go to Jabawabs, Elthanis, and Greg, the Dark Knight Kettering. Shout out.
Shout out.
All right, get Don in there.
Don, what?
Don
Oh,
gets to
yeah,
promote
Don.
any Easy Allies video he'd like to promote. He gets the final word on anything he's disagreed with once the reiterator just popped in his head. He probably wasn't listening, so it'll be who knows.
He's listening.
Okay, great. And he will get to sign off with a trademark sign-off.
Get in here, Don.
Where am I supposed to go?
Talking to the microphone. Where do you want it? Which side are you going to be on?
All right. What's the first thing I need to do, Blood?
Promote a video.
Check out our new series. It just began. It's called Sunk, an Easy Allies battleship tournament. All of the allies are involved. Absolutely brutal tournament involving battleship, isolated players in different rooms, but you'd be absolutely, you're going to be floored by the kind of psychic connections that we achieve from completely different locations. It's building up to something great, too. No one knows where this thing's going, but it's going somewhere good, okay?
It's so good.
Yeah, check out Sunk if you haven't already seen it. If you have, watch it again and tell some people about it, all right? Share the love. Now, look, what's next, Blood?
Final word.
Final word. Let's say final words, right? Look, SMB, world, pirate haters everywhere. Open your hearts. What are they doing wrong? Aren't they doing exactly what you've all been talking about developers should be doing? We're talking about holding off, making it right, trying to do better. They are trying to put together something that we're going to love. Can you give them a break, please, and love this game already? SMB developers, I have a message for you as well. Rebrand to SMB and make this little pewter pendant. Give it free with the standard edition. Like I'm saying, this is an olive branch to all these haters everywhere, and I think you're going to bring a lot of people around, okay? Those are my final words. Love.
And sign off.
Yeah. You're a great racer.
After 3 is 2.5, not 3.5.